Thanks, guys. I'm Greg Jarrett in for Shep today. Happy 4th of July. The news begins anew on Studio B. After weeks and weeks of dramatic, emotional, and at times highly complex testimony, the jury in the Casey Anthony trial now deciding the young mother's fate. She is facing the death penalty for her daughter Kaylee's death. We have complete coverage of the trial, including the prosecution's final closing arguments today. Here to help break it down, Phil Keating, live outside the courthouse in Orlando, former prosecutor and Fox News legal analyst Lise Wheel, and criminal defense attorney John Manuelian. The prosecution went after almost every defense argument: the skull, the duct tape, the bugs, the chloroform, human decomposition, odor, the hair, the list goes on and on. And Jeff Ashton did it pretty succinctly and directly today. Your thoughts?
I agree. Actually, I agree with Lisa also. Linda Drone Burdick, as I call her, because she delivered surgical strikes during a rebuttal, really brought it home. She made the jurors see the forest from the trees. She didn't go inside and indulge the defense into the macro part of the case. She didn't indulge the jurors by going into all the crazy theories that the defense attorney brought out. And she really focused in and brought the real big picture. And the real big picture is, what does the totality of the evidence in this case show? It shows a girl that didn't like her life, had two options, as she said. One of the options was to either be a mom or go back to her single life, and she chose to sacrifice her baby because of that. But ultimately, I think the jurors will see Jose Baez's arguments, and I think what Jose Baez is really looking for is not an acquittal in this case, is maybe one or two jurors to side with him so that he can have a hangout or a holdout and possibly a hung jury.
Even if you go into this fairy tale land and say it was an accidental drowning, then you call 911. First you try to resuscitate, but then you call 911, and that happens. It's horrible. It's a tragedy, but it's not, a murder. The duct tape, and he made the point yesterday about the duct tape. Why 3 times? One the nose, one the mouth, and one to make sure she couldn't breathe.
Yeah. John Manuelian, your take on that?
Absolutely, I agree with that. I really had a problem with Jose Baez's opening statement. He made way too many promises about sexual molestation of Casey Anthony, about an accidental drowning, and there was no evidence of that whatsoever. So, as a criminal defense attorney, the one thing that you want to do when you give an opening statement is build rapport and credibility with that jury. Once you lose credibility with that jury, they shut down, and that's why I think these jurors aren't taking notes. I believe that they made their minds up during the opening statement in this case.